Hello gamers, and people, and friends. My name is Clocky, and who am I? Well, I guess we're gonna find out today. I am going to do a video on taking the Myers-Briggs personality test. I have taken this test before. I've taken it in college. I went to school for medicine, and while the Myers-Briggs personality test is a pseudoscience, it was one of the lessons homework assignments we had to do is go home, take the Myers-Briggs test, bring in our results, and we were going to discuss them in class as a project and just see where people's alignments were, how much do you believe in it, whatever. It's kind of goes along with the zodiacs. While there's possibly a science to it, there's possibly a belief to it, there's possible truth to it, there's also possible that it's all made up and it's all in our heads. But you know what? I choose to believe that it's fun and I like talking about it. Do I rely solely on my astrological signs? Pisces, Capricorn, Scorpio. If you're curious and if anybody wants to know, that's my birth chart. That's why I'm so crazy. Is my Myers-Briggs personality test exactly who I am? No, but is it fun to talk about? I think so. Is it fun to get maybe a small retrospective, introspective, I guess is the right word, view on who I am, maybe what characters I relate to, what personality traits I tend to push out, and things like that? Yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. And recently, I think I took this test maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I've gone through a lot of personality changes with COVID, losing my job, getting a new job, starting streaming full-time, content creation full-time, and I'm really hot. And I've changed a lot as a person. My personality's changed, my way of speaking has changed, the way I hold myself, present myself. So I'm wondering, has my Myers-Briggs test changed? The definition of Myers-Briggs is a personality type indicator, an introspective self-report questionnaire indicating differential psychological preferences and how people perceive the world and make decisions. That's a lot of scientific words. How do you see yourself? How do other people see you? How do you see certain things? How do you do certain things? And what are your thought processes? When you get your results, you're going to get 4 letters. And there are 2 letters for each of the 4 letters. There's a million. Gosh, that's too many words. 12 combinations. I'm really bad at math. Hold on. There's 16 combinations you can get. So your first category is going to be in the energy category, whether you are an introvert or an extrovert. Introvert, where you keep to yourself, you do things to yourself, or extroverted, you like to be out, you're a people pleaser, all sorts of stuff like that. Your second category is your information. How do you process things? How do you learn things? Are you intuitive? Do you focus on possibilities? Do you see big pictures? Are you sensitive? Do you feel through your emotions, your sight, your smell? Are you sensory? Your decision making. Do you do it by thinking, logically, decision making, analytic? Or are you a feel? Do you make decisions based on emotions, based on the heart, rather than information? And your organization. Are you judging? Do you have deadlines? Do you have structure? Do you have clear ways of doing things? Or are you perceptive? Do you like to be spontaneous? Do you like to be flexible? Are deadlines negotiable? We're going to find out. I will mention my previous result at the end of this test and see if it's changed at all, but you're going to come along with me on this journey while I take my Myers-Briggs test and discuss who I am, and we can find out together. I gotta figure out how to take the test. No. Silent, cut all this out because I'm having a fucking hard time finding this. I should have brought it up ahead of time, but I didn't because I suck at this person. So when I took this in school, we did have a license to take the Myers-Briggs, actual Myers-Briggs test. However, it is not a free test to take because of the licensing and stuff. So we have also, in school, I forgot, we did also use this website called 16 Personalities, which is along the same lines. It's not perfect, but this is just for a YouTube video, so I'm not paying a ton of money. Anyway, we're gonna find out who I am. Do I regularly make new friends? No. I wouldn't say no one makes friends with me. Sure. Do I spend a lot of my free time exploring various random topics that pique my interest? Yeah, it's literally all I do. I'm a content creator. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like oh my god, I'm so sensitive. You often make a backup plan for your backup plan? My backup? It depends. Like, how serious are my plans? Is it like when it comes to streaming? Because I normally don't have a game picked. I just go for it. But if it's like, I'm going to fly to New York, and if we can't get into this bar, we can't go here. No, I'll say yes. Usually you stay calm under a lot of pressure. Initially, no. I'll like panic for a second, but then I'll be like, get that shit together. Censor my curse words. I'm sorry. I'll be like, get it together. I may like express that I'm not calm, but I'm more calm than I think that I am. Do I stay calm? We'll just go here. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to people. Mostly talk to the ones you already know. Oh, yeah. Nope. I don't want to talk to anybody. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another? Ooh, I would prefer it. Do I get it done? No, I don't. You're very sentimental. This is something I'm growing out of. But I do hold on to quite a few sentimental things, so I'm gonna go with yes. You like organizing tools like schedules and lists? I do. Do I do it all the time? I kind of do. I write them in my phone. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. No, I'm not as sensitive as I used to be in that sense. I used to be like, oh, I'm a bad streamer. But now I'm like, happens, man. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking conversation. Once I was in the airport and I wanted to be friends with the girl, or at least just talk to her, and because she was sitting next to me and she was watching the World Cup, and I saw it and I went, "Is that the World Cup?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then I stopped because I was like, "Well, that was the best I had. That was it." I said, "I'm gonna make a friend." And I said, "Is that the World Cup?" And then so no, I don't. Nope. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. I'm not interested in discussing interpretations and analysis. I don't want to talk about your interpretation and analysis. I like talking. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. No. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm all about me and my happiness. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Oh my god, no. No. You enjoy participating in group activities. No. No, I don't. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. I like enemies to lovers books and a little bit of smut. I don't really read a lot of books with open ends. I am the type of person to like lay in bed and create my own story in the world of whatever book I'm reading. So I'll say yeah, because I like to imagine myself in different worlds and create my own scenarios and my own love story. Your happiness comes from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. More from helping others. Do I feel better when others accomplish things versus me? I love helping others, but I don't think I'd say I feel better than when I do good. You're interested in so many things. Ouch! Okay. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Oh my god. I'm an overthinker. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. False. I've always been the team captain on every sports team I've ever been on. I always lead every group project. No, you're definitely not artistic. That's a very lie. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and rather than their feelings. Oh, this is maybe it's kind of a hard question. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself. I cannot go to bed if my room is messy. If my floors haven't been swept too quickly, I can't even go in my kitchen. I can't cook if there's too much on the counter. You enjoy watching people argue. So edit a teacup in. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Not in a bad way, but I like being paid attention. Your mood can change quickly on a dime. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. You end up doing things as last possible moment. Depends on what the thing is. If it's like a con or a cosplay, no, I work way ahead of time. If it was a school project, no, I never finish things at the last minute. If it's like something I need to add on to stream, I'll probably do it last minute, but I wouldn't count it as like, I do a lot of things ahead of time. I work pretty efficiently. You've always been fascinated by the question of what if anything happens after death. I think it's a fascinating question. Have I always been fascinated by it? Have I always been fascinated? No. I'll just say it's a cool question. You usually prefer to be around others than your own. No. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets too theoretical? No, because I talk about in theory all the time. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Yeah, I am an empath, a heavy empath. You usually postpone finalizing decisions
Clocky?
for as long as possible. Yes. Because I get anxious. I think Silent accidentally posted something and recorded my video. Silent, if that Clocky comes up, that's your fault. You rarely second guess the choices you've made. Rarely second guess? No. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. No. You enjoy going to art museums. Yeah. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. No. You like to have a to-do list for each day. Each day? What if the list is two things? If I'm like, today, I will mail that package and watch the next episode. Yeah, I'd like to do this. You rarely fear insecure. You avoid making phone calls. I only phone call. If you want to be my friend, you're only going to get phone calls from me. I do not like texting. I don't know. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I do. Not a lot. I do like spending time. I like learning. In your social circle, you're often one who contacts your friends and initiate. Yeah, because no one would talk to me if I didn't. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. What kind of plans? I meant to record a video today and I didn't get to. Then yeah, I would put it. It's like, probably. Go there. You're still bothered by mistakes. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. You rarely... Yeah, I don't really think about it that much. Your emotions control you more than you control them. If I took this test 3 years ago, I would say yes. I put on a show that I'm out of control with my emotions, but I'm pretty self-aware nowadays. So I do control how I present myself pretty well. You take care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault. Well, it depends. Are we talking about like cancel culture and I'm like, oh, this person did this thing? Or am I just like, they made like a mistake and I'll like hide it? Because I'll hide mistakes from people if like they do something embarrassing in public. I always try to make sure nobody's looking at the person who just did something embarrassing. Like, I know people who are like, oh my god, you just broke that. And I'll be like, if somebody broke something, I'll like get in the way and be like, oh my god, look at that over there. Like, I try to draw attention away from anybody who's done something embarrassing because I know what it's like. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized, consistent efforts. Shut up. When somebody thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it'll take for them to feel this way. I don't have time to unpack that. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yeah. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No, I just don't do it. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmosphere than quiet, intimate places. No, but I like both. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. I'm an empath. Read people. You often feel overwhelmed. I say I'm overwhelmed more than I actually feel it because I'm dramatic. I know. Super surprising. I'm gonna say in the middle because I lie a lot and saying I'm super overwhelmed, but like I'm actually usually completely fine. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. No, I'm lazy. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Yeah, I am. I love spice. I love the tea. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. I don't know what that means. Like double it and pass it on? Or like, if you don't take the Shore Mike partnership, we're gonna give it to Nixus, who's like my favorite person in the world, best friend. I'd be like, give it to them. I feel like in my heart, I would want to take it, but I'd be so self-conscious that people would be like, she's selfish bitch. Oh my God, look at her. She didn't want to think about her friends. Oh my God. And then like the voices would set in and I'd be like, I ruined their life because I chose to take it. So I would probably end up passing it, even though I wouldn't want to. You struggle with deadlines? You feel confident that things will work out for you? No. Female. See my results. My personality type is advocate. Now this is different. This was not my original personality test. Advocates are quiet visionaries, often serving as inspiring and tireless idealists. I am 58% introverted. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deep, meaningful social interactions and often feel drawn to calmer environments. That's true. I do get very overwhelmed, not in the business sense, but in like social settings. I even don't do well going out to eat at restaurants because the bustling kitchen, the TV's on, people talking all around me really makes it hard for me to eat. I would prefer to go out, get food, and bring it home and sit at home and eat it. And I'm 68, so close, 68% intuitive. Intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded, curious, and they value originality and focus on hidden meanings and distant possibilities. I am a Pisces, so 57% feeling. Feeling individuals value emotional expression and sensitivity. They place a lot of importance on empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. Empathy, yeah. Social harmony, I get. Cooperation, maybe. I like when people listen to me. Judging, I'm a judgy. Oh, that makes sense. 56% judging. Judging individuals are decisive, thorough, highly organized. They value clarity, predictability, closure, and preferring structure and planning to spontaneity. Identity, I don't know. What the heck is this? Oh, there's more letters. Sorry. I'm sorry. I mentioned there's 4 in the normal Myers-Briggs, but then there's like the dash. Assertive or turbulent. I'm 79% turbulent. Individuals are self-conscious, sensitive to stress, and they feel the sense of urgency in their emotions and tend to be success-driven, perfectionist, and eager to improve. Shut up. I'll send these to myself so that I don't lose it. So I am showing as an INFJ. I originally, when I took this test a couple years ago, I was an ISFP. So everything about my personality has changed. Okay, not everything. Okay, 50% of my personality's changed. I'm really bad at math. Hold on. I've always been introverted. I used to be more observant or sensory than intuitive. I've always been in my feels, but I used to be more perspective than judgy. And it's not judgy, but... All right, I would like to see IMFJ, copy. So this is something I like to do with these tests is go in, type in your type, and then you find like anime characters. And then you get to find your personality-based anime characters, the people who are in your category. So I would be closely related to Midoriya, Itachi from Naruto, Gasai. I don't know all these anime characters. Norman from The Promised Neverland, Armin from Attack on Titan. I didn't watch that. I don't remember them from Death Note. I would be Yuki from Fruits Basket. Yeah, I probably fucking would be. That makes so much. His room's a disaster. My room is never a disaster. He's more involved with ideas and thoughts than the physical world around him. He craves friendships, but also feels awkward and self-conscious investigating conversation. So Fruits Basket is my favorite anime, so this is a good point for me to be like, hey, I guess I apparently relate mostly with Yuki Soma. While my favorite character is Kyo and Toru, I would be the Yuki in this relationship. Oh, I'm Jinora from Korra. I love Jinora. She's my favorite character. So this is a win from me. If you guys want to find out your personality test, head over to 16 Personalities. Let me know down in the comments below, and then look up some anime characters or TV show characters or video game characters that your personality test relates to the most. I'd love to hear what you guys are. If you want to put down your astrological signs as well, remember that I am a Pisces sun, Capricorn moon, Scorpio rising, and then I am apparently a new INFJ personality. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, but for now, I'm clocking out. Bye!